on.
But
I know.
Meanwhile, when she married that billionaire, all of that was going on when Diddy was harassing her.
Oh.
Because he's been harassing her.
Oh, shit.
For years.
Man, they don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
Luckily for Janet Jackson, people don't ever really put her name and Diddy in the same sentence very much. And she's been pretty low key about everything for most of her career, especially who she hangs out with in the industry. But ever since she sneakily deleted all pictures with her and Diddy from her IG, people have been giving her a second look, like, what's going on, Miss Jackson? Are we trying to hide something? And was there more to that connection than just a working relationship? Well now, Janet's ex Q-Tip is coming forward to put an end to all of that talk, and what he had to say is pretty intense. And Janet had a very good reason to be scared of Diddy too, given the rumors surrounding his part in her brother Michael's passing and what he could have done to her own career as well.
And I also know that Janet came up in a time where she was trying to find her own independence and trying to find her own voice. And she wasn't gonna let her daddy do to her what he did to her brother Michael.
Okay, like I said, if there's one thing about Janet Jackson, it's that she's always gonna lay low. From being in a famous family with famous siblings to being a legend in her own right, Janet has always been a bit quiet about what's going on in her personal life and who she's moving around with. But with Diddy's trial in full swing and more witnesses set to testify, Janet's decision to magically erase him from her IG like he was never there got the internet buzzing, and people are now taking a deeper look into her relationship with the diddler. Folks are finding that Diddy and Janet did have more of a connection than people thought. Like, did y'all know that Diddy also performed in the Janet Justin Super Bowl? It's hard to remember with the infamous wardrobe malfunction, pretty much overshadowing everything else, but Diddy really was there with them. Then fans also noticed that Janet's song, Son of a Gun, I Bet You Think This Song Is About You, has a Diddy remix that was released back in 2001. And that wasn't the only time that Diddy was linked to one of Janet's projects. When her album All For You dropped, eager fans who got a hold of the album were talking for days after they discovered a message from Janet in the linear notes saying, "Puffy, I love you, I miss you, you will always be in my heart." Like, what? Now, what was the first thing that would come to your mind if you saw something like in an album? Because how many people did we know went by the name Puffy in 2001? But Janet was quick to shut the rumors down and made it clear that Puff Daddy wasn't her cup of tea then, now, or ever, and she insisted that it was her recently deceased pet Pooch that she was referring to. Just in case people weren't buying what she was selling, Janet went on to say, "He has invited me to his place in the Hamptons a couple of times, but I've never gone because he's invited me for the weekend. I wasn't interested in such an intimate working relationship. Let's put it that way." Janet said she wasn't interested in getting to know him better yet. They did look a bit cozy when they ran into each other at the BBMAs in 2022. Diddy said he wasn't trying to holler at her or anything, but he had always admired her. But Janet didn't seem to be trying to distance herself from him either. During his 54th birthday party in London, Janet Jackson and Naomi Campbell were right there partying with him, and it was literally days before Cassie's explosive lawsuit. After the lawsuit dropped, Janet quickly scrubbed her social media of all or at least most of the pictures she took with Diddy, but that only made people a bit more suspicious. Diddy was pretty much a known or at least highly suspected abuser in the industry, the same as Weinstein and R. Kelly. But the fact that she was distancing herself from him as soon as the lawsuit dropped basically confirmed that Diddy really was in trouble this time. And it didn't help that Janet said that she was partying with none other than Naomi Campbell too. Naomi is a legend in the modeling world, but some of her closest friends in the industry have been some shady characters. I mean, this was someone who repeatedly said that she and Diddy were so close, like they were brother and sister, yet she was one of the first people to try to distance herself when that lawsuit dropped. And it doesn't help that Naomi had already been exposed as an alleged madam or pimp for Jeffrey Epstein, and flight records show that she was a frequent guest at Epstein Island. Her image took a major hit, so much so that it hasn't really recovered since.
And what he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else. Because I've had my fair share of sexual predators, and thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this. I mean, right now I stand with the victims.
So when people saw Janet with both Naomi and Diddy and how quickly she was trying to hide their relationship, they wondered if Janet was like Naomi and acted as a madam for Diddy as well. But Q-Tip isn't planning on letting any of these rumors fly unchecked. He and Janet Jackson have been friends for a long time, ever since they met on the set of Poetic Justice. For his 54th birthday, she made him a post appreciating him. 30 plus years of friendship, so special to me. Thank you for coming over last night. Happy birthday. Q-Tip also revealed that at some point they became more than friends shortly after her second marriage to Renee Elizondo ended.
Yeah, then we started dating after that and shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know, it'd be cool and shit. She'd be making eggs and shit, and I'd be chilling. I'm like, yo, that's Penny, to myself. Sorry, Jan. You know, I'm just kidding.
Not Penny.
Bonita Applebum.
No, but then we're still friends. Like, I love her to death. You know what I mean? And it's like she's a Jackson. That's like,
Yeah,
that's
royalty.
black royalty, man.
Yeah.
And even though they broke up, they still kept their friendship going, and he has always loved and respected her. So when he heard this business of Janet possibly being a madam for Diddy like Naomi was accused of, he wasn't having it at all. If anything, she's been trying to get away from him all this time and has always tried to not be alone with Diddy in private settings like his homes or hotels. And in case y'all don't remember, Janet saved Eve from getting drugged and R-worded at one of the industry's parties and has spent the better part of her career dodging shady men who wanted her because of her ties to Michael Jackson and her own global impact.
So I was kind of walking around and putting my drink down, talking to people, coming back, picking my drink up. And then in about an hour, probably an hour after the last time I had picked my drink up, I started feeling crazy and not drunk. I knew immediately something was different. And it was weird because I was there, but I wasn't there. And I started saying, I forget who I was with, but whoever I was with, I kind of tapped them on the shoulder and was like, something is wrong. And they were like, no, you're just drunk. And then I started hysterically crying. And they were like, okay, something's up. And I get put into a room and I'm crying. And I'm like, guys, I'm telling you, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. And I hear this really soft voice that's like, it's okay, I'll take care of it. And I'm like snot crying, y'all. And I turn around and it's Janet Jackson. Wow. And she's like, I got this, don't worry, relax, calm down. And I am so ugly when I snot cry.
He claimed that Diddy has been going after Janet for a long time, and there was only so many times that she could say no before she had to deal with his ego. And even the remix they did together came after Diddy tried several times to get her on a track with him. Fans are also confident that Janet has nothing to do with Diddy, and people are saying that they are just trying to drag her into an issue that she really has no business with. Appreciate Janet Jackson, so thankful she's not a part of the Diddy club and capable of thinking for herself. I think I'm going to listen to Janet's music with more than a smile on my face. Peace in my heart knowing my teen music choice wasn't so bad. She wasn't a part of that. Just because she took pictures with him doesn't mean that she was a part of that. He took pictures with the legend Prince, but we all know Prince didn't attend any of his parties. Man, leave Janet alone. She's been in enough spotlight, trying to make it, and for a woman, it ain't easy already. Don't put no hate on her name. But do y'all think that there's more to Janet Jackson and Diddy's connection? Sound off in the comments and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.